सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respect. Today's subject for the satsang, yoga, expression of bliss. Today's sutra is 80th sutra, 80, and in second chapter, 29th verse. यम नियम आसन प्राणायाम प्रत्याहार धारण ध्यान समाध्यः अष्टौ अंगाणि. In yesterday's sutra, Patanjali was talking about the 8 limbs which need to be practiced. I think he is giving a revision. Now he is describing all the 8 limbs. Vivekananda translates this as yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi are the 8 limbs of yoga. Swami Sachidananda translates as the 8 limbs of yoga are yama, abstinence, niyama, observance, asana, posture, pranayama, breath control, pratyahara, sense withdrawal, dharana, concentration, dhyana, meditation, samadhi, contemplation, absorption of our superconscious state. Swami Prabhavananda translates as 8 limbs of yoga are the various forms of abstention from evil doing, yama, and various observances, niyama, posture, asana, control of prana, pranayama, withdrawal of the mind from sense objects, pratyahara, concentration, dharana, meditation, dhyana, and absorption in the Atman, samadhi. I'll try to give my own experience on this Ashtanga. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Yama means aligning your actions with your understandings. Please understand. First thing you need to do, whatever understandings you have about life, align them with your actions. Or align your actions with those understandings. I am giving you the practical technology, technique for this yama and niyama, all these practices. Please understand. Not only I am giving you technical knowledge, I am giving you the technique also. Yama. Aligning your actions with the understandings you have. First, in the initial level, when you start the spiritual practice, the basic thing is align your actions with understanding you have about life, about cosmos, about God, about world, about humanity. Align your actions along with the understanding or in tune with the understanding. This is yama. Then comes niyama. Increase your understanding to the higher and higher level. Raise the level of your understandings about these basic truths higher and higher through the right ideas. That is what is niyama is all about. Sadhana and receiving the right knowledge, these are the niyama. Please understand. Yama means aligning all your actions with your understanding. Niyama means raising your understanding continuously. Third comes asana, preparing your bio-memory for the intense spiritual experience and breakthrough in your consciousness. When the deeper strands of DNA gets awakened, when the non-mechanical parts of the brain is awakened, your body needs to hold that energy. The after and side effects of that, your body should be capable of holding it. It should be capable of radiating it in a balanced way. That is what I am doing. Actually, these 21 days, that is the exact thing I am doing. I am making your body capable of radiating it. Now I am seeing slowly that too much of jumping, levitation, everything is settling. But the experience is becoming more and more intense inside. Ramakrishna says very beautifully, when people gather for wedding, before the feast starts, there will be a lot of talk. Where did you buy this jewelry? Where did you get this cloth? The bride is really decorated, or this house is amazingly decorated. All kinds of things goes on. And the moment people sit down for eating, more than 60% sound noise reduces. The moment food is served, people start eating, almost 80% noise reduces, only 20%. Serve this, get rice, get laddu, get buttermilk, only this noise is there. After the whole crowd starts eating, feast is going on, no noise is heard, only the chup 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 sound of the curd or the rice. Ramakrishna describes very beautifully in his own inimitable village Bengali style. Same way, I see only first few days of the levitation and samana and intense energy, too much jumping, rolling, doing Anga Pradashana of whole Chitsabha. Nothing is recorded of. And too many reactions. It's not that now you stopped getting experience, no. But the experience has become more intense. It is not moving your skin. It is moving your very consciousness. So it is settling with the system. Asana is required to settle the experience with your system. Tremendous strength. If asana is not done, you will take the spiritual experience for granted, master for granted. Asana will increase the ability and sensitivity to experience the inner joy continuously. I tell you, without asana, the conscious experience which you have will be forgotten by your bio-memory within few months. With asana, it will stay there forever. Then comes pranayama. blowing your kundalini. That is the literal meaning of pranayama. There are only two ways. Either you blow it or I blow it. You yourself blowing your kundalini. There is a beautiful lady Siddha, Avvayar, in Siddha tradition. She sings very beautifully. மூலாதாரத்து முண்டெழு கணலை காலால் எழுப்புங்கருத்தறிவித்து இடைப்பிங்கலையின் எழுத்தறிவித்து கடையற் சுழுமுனை கபாலமுங்காட்டி. Means the fire which is in the root center, the kundalini. Please show me the way of awakening that with the air, through the prana. Technology of awakening your bioenergy, purifying your biomemory is pranayama. Then pratyahara, withdrawing your awareness from too many objects. Withdrawal. That is what is exactly pratyahara means. Dharana means centering that awareness on one object. Dharana, centering. If your awareness is not centered on yourself, you will be continuously attacked by too many unnecessary fears. I am really telling you. I was really shocked when I started traveling in Western countries to see the amount of fear they carry about the terror attacks. They say orange alert, yellow alert, red alert. In Mumbai, evening the attack goes on, some 200 people are dead. Next day morning, that road is busy. Back to its business. Every day, somewhere, here or there, some blast goes on in India. You will not see the regular life is disturbed. It's a one more news, that's all. I'm really shocked when I saw in the Western countries how that terror attack creates fear. How the whole country shivers. The biggest problem for the terrorists is whatever they do, the Indian consciousness is untouched. See, as a country, we don't feel shaken. I have really seen so many people dropping from the meditation programs and registrations. If there is some red alert, orange alert in Western countries, here, Bangalore, some bomb blast will be going on. And people not a one person or two person will drop from coming to a class or session or satsang. We will not even know. Next day we may get the news. These few cities are under constant threat and attack. I think just, 1 year or 2 years, there was a serial of bomb blast and 50 people died in Varanasi. 46 or 50 people. Near Sankat Mochan, Hanuman temple. And even this Ganga Aarti. During Ganga Aarti they killed people. They killed, put the bomb. No disturbance. Next day Ganga Aarti has started as usual. Not a single day the spiritual routine was broken. Next day in the same ghat, Aarti goes on. Dharana is responsible for fearlessness. Any dharana happens, the fear will lose its grip over you. Understand? Dharana is such a basic qualification for survival, not only for enlightenment, very survival. Dhyana means pure awareness, the restful awareness. Samadhi means became consciousness. The awareness is settled in your biomemory and became consciousness is samadhi. So, yama, aligning your actions and understandings. Niyama, raising the level of your understanding. Asana, preparing your body for the conscious breakthrough. Pranayama, awakening your kundalini shakti, bioenergy. Pratyahara, withdrawing your awareness from too many outer world objects. Dharana, centering it on the inner awareness. Dhyana, restful awareness. Samadhi, pure consciousness. Nobody, I can challenge, nobody except Patanjali is able to give such a logical, mathematical, scientific, step-by-step method to enlightenment. Everybody after Patanjali are Patanjali's followers. Whether it is Buddha or Shankara, anybody happened after Patanjali, directly or indirectly, Patanjali's followers. There are some who are intelligent and courageous enough to declare Patanjali's name boldly and give the credit to him. There are some just plagiarism, catching some kriya, stealing some kriya and nose blowing techniques from Patanjali and not giving credit to Patanjali. Marketing, not paying royalty is okay, but at least giving credit. Anyhow, anybody after Patanjali is follower of Patanjali. These 8 limbs, please understand, these are 8 parts, not 8 steps. 8 part means all 8 should simultaneously happen in you. That's a method for enlightenment. I bless you all, let you all achieve, experience, live, express and radiate the eternal bliss. Nityananda. Thank you.